Hey guys, welcome back. Jordan here at the Nutty Gnome Homestead. It is mid-December 2025, and we are out here getting ready to go over our gardens. We're going over our greenhouse. We're going to go through our equipment. This is the time of year where we sit down, we go over our books, and we work through all of our problems that we had the previous year, and we figure out how to solve those problems for the next growing season. So today, I want to run over some numbers for you guys of what we can actually produce on a small 2-acre homestead. We weighed every berry, every apple, every chicken, rabbit, anything that was produced here on the farm for an entire year, and I've got the data right here in my hand. I want to share it with some of you guys. This is just going to drive home the point that you don't need hundreds and hundreds of acres to produce a lot of food on a small homestead. So you guys stick around, we'll go over some numbers, and I think you guys will find this pretty interesting. Our first stop are the meat rabbits. Guys, in 2023, we produced a little over 300 pounds of meat rabbits. That is processed rabbits packaged and in the freezer. That's not including the ones that we sold for breeding stock or for show stock or so on and so forth, pets. This is just the ones that we actually butchered and put into the freezer. A little over 300 pounds of rabbits. Now, I know 300 pounds of rabbits may sound like a lot, but when you figure that a rabbit at 5 pounds live weight will yield somewhere around 3 to 3.5 pounds of processed carcass, we put up quite a few bunnies. Now, we do make sausage. We do grind some rabbits. We use a lot of them. We roast them. We fry them. We barbecue them. We do all kinds of things with rabbits. We basically replace chicken with rabbit meat. It's very clean. It's easy to produce. Very healthy. Guys, if you're not producing rabbits, you really should. So 300 pounds of rabbit meat produced in 1 year here on our farm. And we weren't really trying hard. We only got 4 litters a year from our does. So we're not pushing our does too hard. We do have quite a few breeders, but we try to stagger when we breed. We want to give our does plenty of time in between so they can recover and be healthy and produce larger and better litters in the future. Next item on our list is the chickens. We raise a lot of our own meat chickens here. We produced a little over 100 pounds of meat chickens. And with this, that includes the Freedom Rangers that we raised and our Cornish Cross. Now, all of our chickens are pasture raised. Meat chickens are pasture raised. Our layers are free range here on the farm. The meat chickens, they don't free range very well, but we can put them out on pasture in a secure 600 square foot pen. And we found that they actually do pretty well. We've tried to raise them in tractors out here. It works well too. So with raising 100 pounds of meat chickens, that produced enough chicken for our family for an entire year. Guys, we do quarter up. We do make our own chicken stock. There's a lot you can do with a bunch of chicken like this. So chickens are relatively easy to produce. Takes about 8 weeks if you're using the Cornish Cross. 10 weeks if you're using the Freedom Rangers, 10 to 12 weeks depending on how much you feed them and your percentage of protein. That's a big thing there. Pay a little more for the better protein. They do a lot better. Next up is our eggs. Last year, we produced a little over 400 dozen chicken eggs. Now, that's not including our duck eggs that we produced. Our duck eggs, they're a little richer. We produced about 70 dozen duck eggs last year. So about 470 dozen duck eggs, or chicken and duck eggs total for an entire year here on the farm. And we're not having that many chickens. Now, we usually have somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 40 chickens or so, sometimes 50. And then we have close to 10 to 12 laying ducks. So we produce quite a few eggs here on the farm. We sell quite a few. We do a lot of trading. It does make a big difference. So if you can trade or barter for something and you've got a product that you can trade with that's of value, it really does make it a lot easier to save money on the homestead. Next up on my list is honey. Last year we produced, this is what we kept for us. This does not include what we sold. 150 pounds of honey for our own personal use. Now, we use honey in place of sugar as our sweetener here on the farm for our tea, a lot of our baking, and so on and so forth. So we kept 150 pounds of honey just for us. I think overall we produced somewhere in the neighborhood of 350 pounds of honey last year, and this year we're looking to hopefully double that. So honey is another valuable resource here on the farm. It's excellent for trading. We trade honey for beef, and it works out pretty well for us. So they're both high dollar value items. Beef is crazy expensive right now, as everybody knows. The honey, a quart jar, goes for quite a bit nowadays. So especially the stuff that's raw and unfiltered, and it's not like that junk you buy in the store. So if you got a quality product, makes it a lot easier to get a quality product in return when we go to barter. Now, I'm just going to briefly talk about some of these other things that we produced. We had a little over 50 pounds of apples that we kept for us, about 60 pounds of pears that we kept, over 200 pounds of watermelon that we kept for us. That did not include what we sold off or traded, guys. This is just what we produced for us here on the farm. This is what we're using to feed our family. This is how we put up our numbers. Mulberries are somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 pounds. Blackberries, we had kept over 50 pounds. We make a lot of wine. We make a lot of jam. Works out very well. I do sell and trade a lot of blackberries on top of that. Strawberries, guys, we grow like 20 something kinds of fruit here on the farm. We produced total for an entire year about 3,500 pounds of food that we kept just for us. That's not including what we sold, guys. That's just what we kept for us, which equates to close to 78% of our calorie needs for our family. Now, yes, we do go to the store. We do buy some things that we need. We get a lot of the essentials. I mean, you're never going to be 100% self-sufficient. But, guys, on a little 2-acre farm, being able to produce, let's see, 3,500 pounds of food just for our family, plus probably twice that we turned around and sold, which produces an income. We can barter for what we need, like our beef. Guys, like some of our things that we grow a lot of is we grow a lot of green beans, 80 to 90 pounds of green beans annually that we put up. We use those throughout the year. Cucumbers, we make a lot of pickles. We ferment pickles in the refrigerator. They're great. Cucumber salads, wonderful. Sweet potatoes, we try to keep somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 bushels of sweet potatoes annually, so between 80 and 100 pounds, depending on how full the bushel baskets are. Tomatoes, we produce a lot of tomatoes here. I think we had 116 tomato plants this year. We usually put somewhere between 100 and 120 in annually. So we're usually keeping enough tomatoes to put up several cases of tomato sauce and tomato base that we use as the base for a lot of our soups and our stews and chilies and pasta sauce and so on and so forth. I think we ended up keeping a little over 400 pounds of tomatoes just for us, and the rest of it we sold off. Peppers, we usually cut back a little bit on the peppers. Ended up with about 250 pounds of peppers on the farm that we kept for us. Cabbage, we go through a lot of cabbage here. I'm married to an Eastern European girl. We have a lot of sauerkraut. We do a lot of cabbage rolls. So that's one of those things that we do grow a lot of. We grew, like I said, 300 pounds of cabbage. That's a lot of cabbage to go through in a year. Onions and turnips and broccoli are all somewhere in the neighborhood of about 80 to 100 pounds a piece. We ended up, now potatoes, the white potatoes, we usually keep somewhere around 200 to 250 pounds, and the rest we sell off. And we usually pair our selling of our potatoes with green beans. Green beans and new potatoes goes real well. So that makes it real easy for us to sell those off. But we keep about 200 pounds of potatoes for us annually. We can them. We actually freeze some, and then we dehydrate or freeze dry some that we put up for later, stored use. So now some things we grow year round here on the farm, like our lettuce. We always have lettuce growing. We put a lot of it in our greenhouse. We always have a cover crop in our gardens. A lot of times we use the cover crop as a food source to like stretch our potatoes. For instance, we grow a lot of turnips here, so we use the turnips and beets to help stretch our potato storage out throughout the winter. But guys, you don't need hundreds and hundreds of acres to be somewhat self-sufficient. I got the hard numbers right there. 3,500 pounds. It does make it a lot easier for a person to be cut off, to turn around and say, I don't need to go to the store every week. Produce our own, take care of our own, be able to take care of our family and friends. We do a lot of trading. I think things are going to get a little more difficult. So the more that you can grow and produce on your farm or homestead or your balcony or spare bedroom with a grow light, the better, guys. I know not everybody can produce hundreds of pounds of chickens and rabbits and so on and so forth, have plenty of acres to shoot deer on, and I get it, but every little bit helps. So if you guys have any questions or comments about how much we produced this past year, leave me a message down below or contact us over on Nutty Gnome Homestead on Facebook. Guys, like I said, this is just what we kept. This kept for us. So if you have any questions or comments, hit us up. I'd be happy to help. Till next time, get out there, start planting your gardens, get your equipment taken care of. Now's a good time to be taking care of those little projects that you didn't get to during the spring, summer, and fall. Y'all stay safe.